Welcome back, everyone. JayborinoPlays here, continuing StarCraft Replicant, a custom campaign for StarCraft 2 created by Hultmanable. Mission 3, Amnesty Lost. Dividing your forces into two groups can make it easier to finish the objective. Alright, so maybe another fresh way to approach a mission here. I don't know, it just says dividing your forces into two groups, so I'm going to assume we're either timed or it's just things on two separate parts of the map that have to be done in close sequence of each other. Aiur Twilight Council. So what really happened to Corellius? He got sucked into a black hole. Are you sure of this, Warden? Okay, no, there's Corellius. Yes, I am. It was the Dominion. The ghost who commanded their forces was very strong. He teleported me here after he slaughtered Rokar's forces. Alright, he teleported him. He forced him away. I thought he was implying, I'm gonna kill you if you don't leave. Then we cannot ignore this any longer. We have to take action. All in favor? Aye. 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 Finally! I will deal with you later, Rokar. You ignored a direct order. What do you suggest we do, Hierarch? The Dominion has a base here on Aiur. This base works as their embassy. We strike there first. The gateway between Aiur and Core Hall could prove useful. I will go and make preparations. Perhaps this time my ship will work without flaw. Very good. Now, Corellius, your bravery has not gone unnoticed. You have more than enough earned the rank of Praetor. In addition to your new rank, I give you the Blade of Kos. May it serve you well. I don't know what to say. I am greatly honored, Hierarch. What? This is outrageous. It was my warriors that died at the hands of the Dominion. Well, a lot of mine did too, Rokar, so we'll call it even. Silence, Rokar. You are relieved of your rank and from this council. Leave us. You will regret this, Artanis. I still don't trust Rokar. The fact that Vorazun's ship mysteriously broke when she was coming to support us. Him trying to disobey Artanis. He's got to be involved in this, but I'm now thinking it might be the Zerg, or maybe he's using the Zerg to possess the Protoss? Maybe? I have no idea. The Dominion's base is located north of here. First, we need to disable their communication. Vorazun has lent you some of her Dark Templar. I leave this mission to you, Praetor. Okay, so we need to use these. So I'm assuming this is a stealth section before we get a base. So let's head on up. Oh, okay. All right. Yep. There's a turret up there, so let's stay to the right. Oh, Shadow Fury, I love you. I love you, Shadow Fury. Let's take out this turret. And you know what? Just because I'm assuming that these buildings would remain here in the future once we get our inevitable base, I'm just going to destroy all the defensive structures that are here as well. So it's a fancy little thing here that their communications are an orbital command, you know, with the big satellite dish. Just sort of makes sense. I think that's pretty neat. All right, there's another turret somewhere. We'll find that later. Let's just destroy all this stuff. Or I could just get the orbital command. Either way, once we get our base, we see there's a base here, and then there's this... Okay, there's a Raven. Oh, God. Not like this. Oh, I definitely moved far enough away. I definitely moved far enough away for that. Let's just go for the... Okay, you know what? Shadow Fury, the crap out of these assholes. That's what you get. That's what you get. So my Dark Templar's still alive. Let's just not run near that auto turret, and he will survive. But we also know that there's another base up here, so let's just keep that in mind. Oh, okay. And I have a base. Their communications are down. Our presence here will not go unnoticed. It is likely that the Terrans will send ships to evacuate their personnel throughout Old Valeri.
Your thoughts are clear.
Then we must destroy them before they manage to escape. I will monitor the ships from orbit and notify you when a ship leaves the Dominion base. Okay, well, we'll see what that means. Definitely timed in some fashion. Destroy colonist ships. Okay, I don't have a hero, so I don't have to worry about them. I get annihilators. That's wonderful. I like those a lot, because you can use those to attack air and ground. We know that there's an expansion, a fast expansion we can take. Let's cancel some of these probes and just go and grab this right away. The earlier we could take this, the better. Though last mission, there really was barely enough time. There was barely enough time to take the expansion as well, so I'm not sure. We do have a nice force here, so we can... Well, I don't think they're going to attack us from down here. We do have a ramp up here, and then, obviously, our expansion right in this direction, so... Interesting how the minerals seem kind of glitched where it's saying 0 of 3 to be fully saturated. There's really no way to know what full saturation would be in that case. Okay, so let's go ahead and get another assimilator and then saturate this one. Too many probes. Too many probes. Too many probes. All right, so let's get another pylon. Too bad we don't get those fatty Karax insta-pylons. All right, and now we're supply blocked, so we will wait because I don't even have enough. I don't even have enough money to get any tech structures or anything like that. How's this Nexus looking? It's coming up. It's coming up. We're just gonna get a bunch of probes, and I'm gonna quick save now in case the first ship starts taking off. And I'm like, well, oh well. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Let's just get some more. Let's just get some more probes here. And let's take this group, and we can start looking around at least to have an idea of where the Dominion are going to be coming from and things like that. So, like last mission, gas is going to be our major thing, so I'm willing to sacrifice some early minerals to start stockpiling gas, because we will inevitably need it. Okay, Nexus done. Let's go ahead and start getting some probes queued up. Try to keep only 1 or 2 probes in the queue. They build pretty fast, so it's kind of hard to keep track of sometimes, but it's fine. Okay, you guys are already mining, that's good. And again, I'll just have to kind of keep track of this. Praetor, the Dominion is sending their first ship. Destroy it before it can evacuate the Dominion personnel. Wow, so we're just shooting people trying to leave. That's pretty cold. So this reminds me of that Heart of the Swarm mission where you have to destroy the shuttles, which is pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so we definitely need a cyber core, like, immediately. We can also make shield batteries now, which is nice. So I need a cyber core so that I can attack the actual shuttles. Okay, and yeah, just the kind of the layout of the map is similar to that too, where like down south, like where you're hanging out, is generally pretty clear. And then there's probably a really heavily defended enemy base up north. Is this another base I can take? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I think I just need to focus on... It's just a random invulnerable Dominion garrison. For now, I just need to worry about this first shuttle. Oh god, this has a lot of health. Oh, that's bad. Oh, this thing is definitely gonna escape. Crap. Oh, and there's a widow mine. Oh. Oh, that's bad. Oh, another. Oh my god. Okay, well, let's just go here and see what we can find, because I'm obviously gonna have to reload and build more. Build more anti-air, and those widow mines just rip me up. I have to remember that they're there. Is my shadow cannon up? No, it's not. Now it is. Is it just sort of meandering around while it decides what to do? Is it trying to land and my ground units are in the way? Because I think that's actually the case. Oh, I see. It's gonna land, pick up Dominion personnel from the garrisons. Okay, well, I just lost a bunch of stuff, and I did not have to. I absolutely didn't have to lose all that stuff, unfortunately. Bravo 1, come in. Bravo, do you copy? Okay, let's get Dark Shrine, and then just start laying down a bunch of gateways. We've lost contact with Bravo 1. Send a team to the communication tower to reach them, and try reaching them from there. Okay, so we're at the communications tower, if I understand correctly. Good work, Praetor. It will not take long until the Terrans send another ship. Okay, so I'm on track now. I lost a bunch of stuff to Widow Mines. I've got my robotics facility coming up. And, yeah, that was just unfortunate. Just slow reaction time by me. Whatever. So I'm just going to get a bunch of Dark Templar, eventually Annihilators, and then more Stalkers. Now my issue... Oh, no, wait, now I can make Dragoons. Can I make both? No, I can just make Dragoons. So I had some Stalkers, and now I just have Dragoons. Strange, but that's fine with me. I like Dragoons a little bit more. They're a little beefier. The Dominion is sending another ship. Okay, let's get some more Dark Templar. And let's get an Observer, please. Like, immediately. We can make Reavers, just like the first map. Okay, and let's get more Pylons, and then also set up more Gateways. It's the Protoss. They've killed all the men at the communication site. So that means they're going to start attacking me as well. That was Prometheus Company. What but why? I'll send reinforcements right away. Okay, so I've got my Observer. Can I make a Robo Bay? Yes, I can. Hopefully I can get Observer Speed, because I'd like to keep it ahead of my units. Okay, so we have to get up here and destroy this ship before it collects everybody and escapes. So let's just get some more gateways, more and more gateways right now. I'd like to take that other base as well. Let's just keep making probes. Okay, so once this stuff lands, this isn't really that big of a deal. Oh, our sentries can heal shields as well, so we want to make sure that we get some more... Want to get some more sentries when we have a lot of gas, which is now. It seems like my observer isn't collected in my F2 hotkey of select my whole army. I don't know how to play Protoss if I can't use F2. All right, now I'm really confused. All right, blink away. Give me some Dark Templar. Hopefully these can finish without taking too much damage. Indeed they can. I love Dark Templar so much. I can't get Observer Speed. I was really hoping for some Observer Speed. That would be real helpful. I mean, not to the point where I'm like crippled without it, but still, it would have been nice. Okay, so I still have a decent-sized force here. I'd like to go and try to take out those Widow Mines. And also maybe take that third base. I'm going to need to set up some cannons with my extra money. Not too many. Oh, I don't even have a forge. Whoops. So let's go ahead and set up some forges. Let's get 2, actually. Can I get a Stargate for any reason? I can't. I can get a Templar Archive. I might throw that down because I've got the extra gas, so... Okay, Observer, where are you? I'm just going to hotkey you. I'm going to bring you over here so we can get rid of those really awful mines. Let's bring one probe and set this base up, but we have to fortify it. So they're not bringing detection, so Dark Templars certainly seem like the key. Once we fortify that second base, I'm thinking we won't actually need to fortify this one too much, but we are going to have to set up some cannons down here. So let's do that. And then we're going to need some cannons here. So let's do that. Meanwhile, Observer, why don't you keep moving around here, and then we'll move all my other units up here to start destroying the Widow Mines. Really just my ranged units. I like how those Widow Mines were just right there, just to fuck with you at the worst moment. I suppose, again, I thought I had to intercept those shuttles before they made it to where they were going, so that's why I ended up where I was. If I would have known, I would have just stuck to the bottom and things would have been probably fine. Okay, so let's do this. And then just lots and lots of shield batteries to keep my cannons up when I really need them. It's possible that I'm going to need a Templar... Oh, no, I don't. I would think I would need a Templar Archive for +2, but I didn't. I'd like some more Annihilators. Reavers are very slow, so I'm not sure if that's what I want to be going for here. And then we'll be ready to saturate this base pretty quickly. How are we looking on probes here? I mean, that should be enough. I think that's enough. That's 20 probes, and this is actually getting mined out pretty quick. So, okay, so this is pretty well defended. I can just grab one more cannon, why not? And then we'll start saturating this. Queuing up too many probes. Don't care. Okay, no more colony ships for a while, but that kind of scares me. To me, that means I should probably get some more units out ASAP. So let's just get another Annihilator, because they are quite helpful. With this amount of Dark Templar, we're in good shape, so probably just a bunch more Dragoons to attack air. More Zealots would be fine. Can I make Zealots? See, now I can make the normal Zealot, or the Whirlwind Zealots. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of Sentries. Okay, yeah, so here they are attacking me. They're sending 2 ships at once. You must hurry and destroy them both. Okay. So now I need to start bringing in some more Dragoons. Actually, these Dragoons aren't using... They're not using charges on my warp gates. That's very helpful. So I see now why it's saying you should split your forces. So maybe we can intercept one on its way. I'm not sure if where this one is going exactly. I gotta be on the lookout for... Well, we can grab these Dragoons, and then we'll make some Dark Templar. So then these Dragoons and Dark Templar I'm going to send up in this direction. So now we are properly split. I mean, my right side definitely has more. We'll get some sentries for this side too. Meanwhile, we're getting attacked. This is why I built these cannons. I might even need more, because most of them can't even shoot. My poor cannons are going down, but they're doing their best for us. Yeah, kill those medics. All right, come on down here, fellas. And come on down here, fellas. Oh, yes. Okay, decent amount of Wraiths. My Dark Templar will be able to finish up the ship. Wraiths don't really scare me. This is really just about making sure that we can properly react to multiple sides at the same time. So we're going to get more cannons over here, I suppose. And just be ready to split our forces when necessary. So 2 more ships. I like the feel of this map. It's pretty cool. I may not want to be attacking into this area right now. I'm not sure. But again, on these types of maps, it's kind of hard to tell where you have to go. Because like on timed maps like this, where you have to defend certain areas, it's sometimes better to know that, oh, I should have cleared out a certain area because I'm going to have to move there and defend it eventually. I don't know. It's just hard to know that sort of stuff. Okay. More shield batteries are fine. Oh my god. The Dark Templar. They are the best. And again, maybe if there was maybe if the garrisons, these garrisons, if they detected, especially because they're invulnerable, if they were detectors, that could make this a bit more of a challenge. Okay, so now we need gas, so let's go ahead and throw some extra probes on gas. There we go, and I'm going to also grab my Templar Archive. Whoops, wrong thing. So let's get a Templar Archive down here. With any extra gas, we can make Archons moving forward, but I have a pretty nice force here. I'm happy with it. And I'm just going to make a bunch of Zealots. So again, a small bug, the Dragoons, you build them and they don't use a warp charge. This happened last mission too, where my screen just goes black. I think that's some sort of trigger firing. I'm not sure why it's doing that, though. Get more Dragoons, and then with my extra minerals, we just get a bunch of Zealots. And we're near maxed out at this point. We have a lot of probes, actually. Okay, and then this base I never fully defended, but honestly, they haven't come and attacked me for a while. Let's see how my defense does here. Never mind, let's just get in there. With Whirlwind, we're going to be absolutely fine. Looking good. All right, so my my shield batteries aren't looking too good on energy, so let's get a few more. Again, I'm not going to bother with Reavers. They're too slow. I mean, they're not that slow, but they're expensive. I just keep coming up with different excuses because I hate Reavers. I hate them so much. All right, well, I am good to pretty much replace my whole army when necessary, so I will spend all my gas and remove my ability to do that if something terrible happens and just get some Archons. I also have Storm. Storm would be really, really good against these attacks. You leave like 1 High Templar here at your base, and those Marine Marauder balls aren't going to get anywhere, he says, after turning them immediately into Archons. All right, so we're waiting for the last 2, and I'm feeling quite comfortable. I'm wondering if maybe after we destroy the ships, it's going to be go and destroy the embassy of sorts. All right, looking good. It's tempting to let the cannons deal with this themselves, but I really don't think they can, because the way that they're placed, in retrospect, maybe when you're facing cannons, jeez, man, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I can't, having poor commentary, but with the shield batteries, when you're facing Zerg or melee units, mostly melee units, so maybe if you're facing Protoss with Zealots, you know, Zerglings, I like putting the shield batteries in front of the cannons. It kind of screws with the enemy AI because they don't generate as much aggression as the cannons, so the enemy tries to just attack the cannons. Against Terran, they're ranged anyway, so they're going to move to the same distance away from the cannons they would whether the shield battery's there or not. So it's not like we've been seeing a lot of fire bats. So really, I'm thinking it would be better if I just, it would have been better if I just put the cannons in the front. That way, you know, more of them could be shooting the enemy, theoretically, at the same time. And yeah, they're not bringing any detection, so it kind of feels to me like this is definitely exploitable with Dark Templar. Okay, there we go. Now, I believe I'm playing the latest version of this. I think this was updated maybe 2 weeks before I started playing it, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. So maybe this is something that that we want to see added, maybe with a later version of Replicant. Either way, still very playable. I mean, the warp charges missing on the Dragoon, I don't think would make that big of a difference. I suppose maybe if I noticed right at the beginning of the mission, that could have made a big difference. Let's just do this. Nothing wrong with a solid defense when you can afford one. All right, and we're getting mined out here. I've spent so much on cannons. I'm really expecting to have to push into the Terran eventually. I'm just going to leave my units here to just keep pushing back these attacks. Still waiting on the last 2 colony ships. It's really tempting to go into the enemy base to see what's up there. I kind of want to see. Let's quick save before we do it, because I don't want to throw away my mega army, especially because we're close to mining out our stuff. But the enemy attacks are definitely spawning from in this area. All right, kill those Hellbats before they can do any damage. Why the hell are the Protoss attacking us? Aren't they our allies? The Terrans surely are relentless. My agents tell me that they've increased their escorts. It seems they're using cloaking devices now. Who cares? Defend yourself, in response to the whole aren't they our allies kind of thing. All right, now they're sending Goliaths after us. Here's the melee units that I was expecting, but, you know, it doesn't matter. The shield batteries aren't going to make that much of a difference. The garrison that they're trying to land at is literally right on top of all my stuff. So let's just get more observers in advance just to be safe. Got all these probes. Let's just send them to their deaths. Let's just send them all to their deaths to free up some supply for the future, because we're not going to use them. So they're cloaked, which probably means the wraiths. So I think the last mission seemed a little harder than this one. Oh, everything is cloaked. Like, the actual colony ship is cloaked. Interesting. All right, get back here. Oh, well, it's flying under cannons. Very good, Praetor. The Terran only have 1 ship left. Destroy it and we can move on to their base. All right, yeah, so indeed we are going to have to attack their base. That's why I'm just going to throw my probes away to see maybe what's in this base. I could probably destroy the base now, but I won't. Where's the fun in that? Let's just go ahead and get more Dark Templar and more Dragoons. And this, I mean, I have a serious force to be reckoned with, that's for sure. I mean, they have detection up here, but once you hit a critical mass of Dark Templar, there's just nothing on the ground that can stop them, unless they just have a crap ton of Widow Mines in there, which, as long as I can see them, it wouldn't matter. So, I think I'm running out of gas. All right, this one's done. Let's just take one of these probes. Looks like there's nowhere else to go. Well, let's send some up here and one over here and see which direction they go. Another thing I could do is just attack into the Dominion base now, but I don't want to risk breaking any of the triggers. But if I attack into the enemy base, then I'll be able to destroy the colony ships basically as they spawn. 3 Goliaths at a time. You know, for some reason, I don't remember why, but I thought that there might be some sort of difficulty selection on these maps, but I guess not. I don't know, I must be thinking of a different set of maps. For a while, I thought there might be difficulty settings, but... Okay, so I do like this, the way this map looks. It's terrained very well. I like these, just like the way that it feels like we're in like a Protoss temple area, and then the Terrans have like their little embassy set up inside of it. It's pretty neat. Okay, it's got a moat. Okay, so let's just explore around here because we've got the time. Oh God! I bet that's where they're gonna go next. So let's send my observer back over here and destroy that Widow Mine before it becomes a problem. So Dragoons, why don't you slowly walk your fat asses over here because you are very slow. And then with my extra gas, we're just gonna get more observers. And I'm just going to leave my units here. So it seems like the attacks have changed. It seems like maybe they were a little more challenging than... Where are you, Widow Mine? There you are. It seems like they're a little less challenging than they were in the first iteration. The Marine Marauder Medics seem more challenging than a couple Goliaths and then that Bio Ball. But honestly, it's fine. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do, just for funsies. Let's go ahead and set up some cannons and shield batteries here to keep my defenses alive. Okay, that seems like all the Widow Mines here. And I think that's just everywhere. There might be one more garrison over here that we haven't seen, but either way, let's lead with the observer to see if there are those dirty Widow Mines just hanging out. I lost a lot of stuff to those first 2 Widow Mines, but there's nothing I can do now. I really like the look of this map, though. It's really cool, and I like the idea that the Dominion has an embassy on Aiur as well. I don't know, it just seems neat to me. Okay, well, I think that's everywhere. So let's just take everybody. Let's start poking into the Dominion base. All right, we've got a lot of stuff here. I think we have more stuff than we could possibly need to destroy a Terran base. It depends on how many siege tanks they have. I feel kind of bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Emperor Manx. This is not good. I mean, it's good for me. This is going fine, but destroy that Raven before it does anything. Destroy that Raven before it does anything. Okay, so let's leave. We destroyed all of their defenses. So again, I don't want to risk breaking the map. So let's just move through and let's not attack that either. Oh, does that do area of effect damage? It does. I'm gonna say let's not destroy that stuff. This is the last ship. After this, the Terrans will have no means of escape once we take control of their warp gate. Yeah, but I feel terrible about it. All right, let's get down here and destroy this. We'll go over and meet the final ship. Got this observer. Got these observers. Apparently I made 6 or 7 observers. I have no shame about that. Let's come on down here and destroy this last ship. Again, the difficulty is not that hard here, but honestly, I'm quite intrigued about the story. This is pretty cool. Well done, Hultmanable. I actually really like the story of Pandora as well. It's really, really neat. I mean, some of those missions, I had some gameplay issues, but nothing that really prohibited me from continuing playing them. So ultimately, I had a great time, and I really liked the ending. It was very dark. Okay, so we've got all these Dark Templar, and down it goes. Excellent, Praetor. Now move to the Terran base immediately. It will be heavily defended. Not anymore. Not anymore. Oh no, my planned defensive infrastructure is going down. So the attacks happen frequently enough that you do have to sort of split your forces if you weren't as well built up as I am. Plus I have a ton of money in the bank. So let's just do this. Let's just do this. Get 4 Archons, because I don't see why we would need Psionic Storms at this point. Not with this amount of Dark Templar. I mean, Shadow Fury might as well be... I mean, it's not as good as High Templar Storm, all right? Someone's gonna get all over my case because I'm claiming that Shadow Fury is as good as Storm. It's not, but it might as well be. It's so good. All right, it looks like they rebuilt these buildings. Oh my god, look at that. How is that not as good as Storm? I mean, 1 Shadow Fury is not comparable to 1 Storm. When you have enough Dark Templar, that's all you need. Don't let them... Oh, no. Oh, shit. Get out of there! Nope. Shit. Well, oh well. Okay, let's just push over in this direction. Now we can get rid of the Tactical Operations Centers. There's generators on them as well. Seems like the generators have less health, so maybe you can just go for the generators instead. So let's just clear out this area. I don't think they have any... Well, they have some detection. Not enough to stop me. I also have enough to make just a crap ton of Whirlwind Zealots. So let's just do that at home and then bring them on up. I can make Dragoons as well and not worry about the... Look at all those tanks! Look at all those tanks! What's happening here? Maybe those tanks are supposed to come with the attack waves and they just ended up sieging up. So they're building out of these buildings. This must be where the attack waves come from. So let's get rid of this crap. Then we won't have to worry about it as much. Looks like my sentries can heal multiple targets at once. That's really awesome. I could take these bases if I really felt it necessary, and I don't. I actually lost a lot of my Dark Templar. Okay, so that means make Dark Templar. And you know what? Just as a slap in the face to the Terran Embassy, we're taking their minerals. Okay, so we can... Well, we probably don't even have to wait for these guys to come up to us. Let's just push into the Terran base. So I feel like the first part of this was pretty easy, but the attacking into their base is not. There's a lot of stuff here. Oh, I didn't bring... Well, did all my observers die? Nope, they're all down here. Get on up here, observers. There's Widow Mines here. I mean, we could just take the hits, apparently, but yep. Sorry, Zealots. Just eat the hits for us, and we'll destroy these Thors and then go for the Operations Center. And boy, did I play that poorly, but I guess I'm taking for granted that I'm able to complete this with relative ease. There we go. Sorry, Embassy. Hierarch. The embassy is destroyed and the warp gate is secured. Good. Return to the council. We will discuss our next move. I've also been contacted by Alarak. He says he has more proof of the Dominion's betrayal. This is not looking good for the Terrans. Again, this is almost certainly some sort of conspiracy, but I don't really know what. Rokara is suspicious. The fact that we saw Zerg stuff in the last mission around one of those SCVs, suspicious. Who knows? All right, well, this has been JayborinoPlays. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next mission. Bye now.